Happy Aloha Friday, Vibe Tribe. Welcome back to the Daily Vibe. Anyone that's new, welcome to the Daily Vibe. It's Friday, and Friday is also kind of a self-care day, but also a thought-provoking kind of day. You know, like, what do we want to go into the weekend thinking about? These aren't necessarily things that you have to work on or work through, but I think sometimes it's good to plant the seed and see what happens. So, I usually do these on Fridays because as all those who watch this know, and those of you who are new, I don't do the Daily Vibe on Saturday and Sunday. I too need a day off. But, anyways, I get these boxes called Mindful Soul box, and I love them, and they come with these great cards in every box, and I've been meaning to do these, but I keep forgetting, so I'm going to go. There they are. They're an incredible company, but we're going to talk about resentment today. Affirmation for resentment. The more resentment I release, the more love I have to express. Baby sibling, good morning to you too, beautiful. This kind of hit me hard, and I'm gonna, well, not hard, but it resonated when I saw the card. And the reason I say that is because resentment can be anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be people. It could be situations, it can be events in your life. It can be you feeling a certain way and other people being all, woohoo, my life is so great and amazing, while you're falling apart. And I've been through all these. Good morning, Monica. I have been through, job loss, relationship loss, parental loss, family loss, spouse loss. Well, not spouse loss. I've not lost a spouse because I'm not married, but I have watched people go through their losses. I've lost my mom. I lost Sissy. I lost a really good friend. And those are all in just the last 6 years. And, I've lost family in the last year and a couple of weeks. So a lot of times when you go through so much in such a little time, resentment can build. And if it's not handled or dealt with right away, it continues to build. So, resentment's like a door stopper that you can't see. You go, you're mad, you slam the door, and then you're like, why is my door not shutting? That's resentment. And a lot of times it's hard to let go of resentment because sometimes we want to stay angry about something. We need something to hold on to in that moment. And this is a lot about what I was writing about the other night. I know I've been talking a lot about my mom this week, and tomorrow is actually her 6-year anniversary of passing, and it still hurts every day. It doesn't, I shouldn't say it hurts every day. There are days. Good morning, Terrence. Terrence gave me a shout out on his post today. That was exciting because, we have Terrence Tucker sayings in our home, sibling and I. So, because he's a very profound person, I advise meeting a Terrence Tucker in your life. You'd be better for it. So, anyways, good morning, Lori. So, for those just popping in, resentment is our card for the day. As I was saying, resentment is like a door stopper that you can't see. I was just explaining that when you go to shut the door and the door doesn't shut, that's resentment. And I know that, again, this week I've been talking about my mom because of her passing. I've been talking about being, single for a very long time, and I've talked about my job loss. And I realized the other night, because I know I mentioned yesterday that I couldn't sleep, I realized the other night that a lot of that came from resentment. And I felt like all these things stole my identity. I wasn't happy with being single. I wasn't happy with losing my mom. I wasn't happy with losing Sissy or my job. I wasn't happy with losing my cousin Brian, baby sibling's husband. He was an amazing freaking human being. You know, they all were. And you just sit there and you go like, what the hell? You know, what the hell, universe, God, whoever. But I realized the other night when I couldn't sleep and I was just kind of writing words that kind of became like almost a 4-page poem of sorts, that morning Eileen, that a lot of this, actually, you know what, the other night I discovered how I attached my identity to everything. Today, as I'm talking to you, and that's probably why this card has been ringing in my head for the last couple of days, is because it's resentment. I am learning this as I am saying it to you. I have resented all these events in my life. And, you know, the other day, I told this baby sibling, I said, you know what? I'm finally okay with being single. And, you know, when it says the more resentment I release, the more love I have to express, maybe that'll open a door for me now. I don't know. But I'm also over my resentment of my mom passing. I wish I had gotten there sooner. But I realize not being angry about her death doesn't mean I don't care. It just means that I'm still here and she would want me to move forward. The same with Sissy. She would want me to move forward. And, and I could say the same for Brian. Brian would be like, you know what? You need to get your shit together and you need to start living your life, And I think they're all saying that. Those were 3 very strong people in life. And you all know my beliefs. So, yeah, let's just say I get a lot of messages. And they're not always good, Nothing like getting that little spirit guide angel whap upside your head. But, yeah. But I guess the reason I'm stumbling over this is because nobody wants to let go of resentment. Resentment is, it's like a handcuff. You are handcuffing yourself to a situation and you are literally throwing the key just out of your reach. And you're doing that because, well, maybe not you, but, okay. So you all know that I can connect. Okay. I can connect. And, Brian, when Brian was alive, Brian kept trying to help me get healthy. And I'm not going to lie. I have things on my counter and on top of my fridge that don't move, no matter how much you open a drawer, how much you open the fridge. And 2 days in a row when I did not do my greens, those freaking things fell off my fridge. One of them hit me in the head. The other one hit me in the shoulder. So if you don't think interesting things are possible, I'm proof. And Victoria, Marie's friend, our friend, well, she's my friend now, she knows too, because she had a book thrown at her head. So, anyways, I'm going to go back to what I was saying. But resentment, when you hold on to resentment, it's like handcuffing yourself to a water heater, or a heater, whatever you can handcuff yourself to that does not move, that's attached to something. And then you're sitting there with your feet going, why can't I reach the keys? Why can't I reach the keys? Why can't I reach the key? And you realize, oh, you know what? I threw it over there. And I threw it over there because I need to be attached to something, because I need to hang on to something. Because if I don't, how will that make me look? How will that make me feel? So I really want people to go into this weekend thinking about the things that you're resentful about, the things that, you need to forgive. Here's another one. Affirmation for forgiveness. That goes with resentment. You're not letting somebody off the hook. You're letting yourself off the hook. Forgiveness is the key to resentment. Forgiving makes me feel light and free. See? Forgiving makes me feel light and free. There you go. So see, the way out of resentment is forgiveness. You don't have to appreciate the event that happened. I don't appreciate losing my job, but it's also been the best thing that's ever happened to me. And I think the person that handled my exit interview knew that. It was a very caring, loving, kind, amazing head of our office that I still have so much respect for and I still consider a friend. But, you know, things happen in life and things happen for a reason. I hate the fact that I lost my mom, but I don't know if I'd be the person I am today if she were still here. That doesn't mean I want her dead. I'm sure I would have found another way around to it. I have no doubt in my mind I would have found another way around to it. But my mom was my anchor of strength. I didn't have to be strong because I had my mom. You know, I didn't have to be strong because I have my dad. But my dad and I grieve in very different ways. And because of that, I found my strength. I resent losing Sissy. We were just finally getting on a good footing in our sistership, our best friendship. And poof, she was gone. Hi, Laura. Siblings on. How about that? So, and you know, losing Brian, I resent that because baby sibling's gone. Baby sibling's husband is gone. My nephew's father is gone. You know, he was an only child. His parents don't have a son anymore physically in this plane of existence. And that made me very resentful too, because even Brian and I were just finally getting on the good footing. He's a very quiet person, but he was finally opening up, you know, and that's just my personal side of this. He left a lot of amazing people behind that miss him so much. And I just hope that he knows how loved he was. I hope Mom knows, Sissy knows. I mean, even, my friend that passed away, a few years ago. I mean, that was a packed house. So I just go out there and enjoy your life. Don't resent things. You know, you shouldn't have to die to see how many people love you. Go out there and see it with your own eyes. Go out there and give the love that you have to express. You know, if you have a shitty parent, if you have a shitty friend, if you have a shitty spouse that is no longer your spouse, let it go. Let them go. Forgive the situation, let go of the resentment, move forward, because you cannot move forward with that door stopper blocking your door from closing. And you can't open another door if that door is still, you know, opened and in your way. You know, close it, let it go, lock it. Use that handcuff to handcuff that damn door to something that won't allow it to open anymore. Because resentment is just going to hold you back. And I'll be honest with you, it sucks that it took me this long to learn this. It sucks that it took me this long to figure it out. But I'm letting that go because guess what? I did learn it. I did get it. I finally understand that it's okay to go through a situation. But when you start hanging on to it, the resentment grows and it grows and it grows. And it grows to a point where you've just created another anchor for your boat. So if you want your ship to set sail, if you want your ship to keep, you know, heading out of that marina, you need to let go of the resentment. That's not really, you know, a lot of people like to say, and that's just my opinion. That's not my opinion. That's fact. And I'm going to stand by that as being fact. Resentment does nothing more than hold you back, you know. And if you want to close a door when another one opens, you can't close it as long as resentment's there. You know, even if you think it's closed, it's going to breeze right open until you forgive it and let it go. And, you know, if it's grief that you're dealing with, take your time. My mom used to say, take your time, but hurry up. I'm hearing that in my head right now. Take your time, but hurry up. You know, it's like, and it still makes me laugh because it's true. It's like, you know, take your time to grieve. Grieving happens. Grieving comes and heals in its own time. But let go of the resentment part of it. What's happened has happened. What has transpired can no longer be changed. All we can do is move forward. What is the word I'm always using? Ho'omau? It means move forward, perseverance. Forgive the situation and just keep moving forward. So that's it for Friday. See, I thought I'd wear something a little bit sunflowery because that was a rough subject. And it probably wasn't any easier with me all over the place today. But that's how you know I'm learning along with you during these daily vibes, is because a lot of times I will trip over these things because I am literally figuring it out sometimes as I go, as we go. So I want to thank all of you who have watched today for joining me on this particular finish line of a journey, because I think that was the period on this sentence. I attached my identity to so many different things, and when those things were gone, it felt like my identity was lost, like I had to start all over. But the other day I came up with a saying that says, I'm going to paraphrase it because even though I came up with it, I can't remember it, but it's basically just tying your identity to every single moment that you live. Just keep it to yourself. You are your identity, your experiences, your joys, your ups, your downs, your sad times, your good times, your amazing times. It's not attached to a person. It's not attached to an event. It's just you. You are your identity. Don't attach it to things that could go away, because then it kind of drags you along with it. And you don't need that in your life. What you deserve is to know that whatever good things or bad things happen to you, that it will get better. And as my father says, this too shall pass. So there you go. You got a mom quote, you got a dad quote. So happy Friday. Happy Aloha Friday from me and my people. I'm just kidding. But yeah, goofy. I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. I hope you are able to maybe jot some things down and forgive them and release them, because it's time. We're heading out of summer and into fall. So let those things fall away. Go out and enjoy something fall with cinnamon or pumpkin or something, pumpkin spice latte. So there you go. I'm sorry, you get what you get. Have a wonderful Friday. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope everyone has an amazing day and amazing weekend, and I will see you all on Monday.